Okay, well, it's raining here today. Supposed to have a hurricane. Didn't really happen. So, spent some time going through my setup for spearfishing on my Fish Pro. So, over here, this is probably the best part right here. I always keep a line attached to the bow when I'm riding. So I always have easy access with a little bit of float on here. That way, if you need to jump in the water, attach your float line to it. If you want to anchor, you just attach the anchor to it, and then when you want to retrieve the anchor, drive up to it. Make sure you don't suck the rope in, and you can pick it up as it floats. So, right there. For my float line, usually keep it back here. These things are great right here, these little twisty things, reusable twist ties. As you can see, that's pretty much what I've done for most of the setups. I've used these all everywhere. My dive flag. If I'm only carrying one gun and I get an extra spot. If I'm carrying a big gun, I got these 1-inch PVC tubes with O-rings. You can see the O-rings, what they do is prevent it from rattling around too much. Still rattles a little bit. If I have my big gun, I'll put the two PVCs here, one here, and then put the gun in between it, and then use the big reusable twist tie for that so it doesn't fall off. Like a 110, or maybe if I had a wooden gun, I might do that. But an aluminum 800 is fine, just the one. As far as the dive flag goes, if you go to Home Depot, these are all 1-inch. But if you get the electric conduit that's tapered at the top, see? And then I got one of these. That's just a driveway stake with a little bit of tubing on the end to keep the dive flag out. So you can take this in and out as needed. See, just twist it in there, and then when you're done with it, just twist it back out. And that's it. Then you can put it in there if you want, or you can also use some of these reusable ties and put it over here. I keep this in there for the flag. I'll show you that in a minute. So the flag, just unroll it here. I don't know what size it is. And just put it in the pockets. There. Flag, in and out as needed. Here's my anchor set up here. I don't know if you can see in there, but basically I got the Cooper. Which is nice. Different size ropes. For shallow water, I always got the chain on there. That's important. And have a smaller rope on there, or rode, proper nomenclature for it. And then I can attach that to that guy in shallow water, and if not, before I throw it in the water, I'll attach more of the rode on there, so that way I can properly anchor. 7 times the depth is the length of the line that you need, the rode, because it acts like a bungee on the ground. It actually hooks, and if you ever tried to hook something straight up and down, you know, it's difficult to do. So that's why you want that on an angle in the water, hooked in, instead of like that. That's the difference for the depth. See, you want it in like that, so it hooks, not like that. If I'm going offshore, I got my handheld marine VH radio. What else? Sea tow instructions. See? Right there. I'll open up the cover. Got my sea tow instructions just right there. There's also a lot of talk about getting the water out of these Footwells after you wash it down, and there's my solution right here. Just like that. See? Scoop it out. Of course, after you tip it up, because you can actually lift the trailer up to drain the water out, most of the big stuff. It's really not that heavy. Drain all the big water out, and then you end up with just a tiny bit in the bottom, and then you scoop the rest out, and then any old towel, golf towels work very well for that. And that is my setup for spearfishing off of the Sea-Doo Fish Pro.